on the internet.
It's hard sometimes. You don't have home court advantage. You know exactly what's going on with your internet and your electronics. But I'm sure we'll be back here shortly.
Looking across the field, Moody brought a nice crowd with them to support him on the road. A lot of people like coming to Alexandria because it's just a great venue. It's a great place to do a football game. So it looks like we're going to get the whistle back into play. It's 3rd and 9 for Alexandria. Cole Wheeler is your quarterback for the Valley Cubs. Cooper Bridges is the running back, H-back. Man in motion.
Pass
He
play.
looks at the pass. And it's complete. He picked up a first down. He picked up about 10 yards and a Valley Cub first down. I thought AJ was about to pick it. He broke on it pretty quick. Yeah,
he sure did. AJ Madison, I love the way he's playing. If he played for Deion Sanders, he may have a D stitched to his chest for dog.
So
He's
first
all
and
over the
10,
field.
Valley Cubs from their own 45-yard line. Looks like they're on the move now. Let's see what the defense, Coach Campbell and his defensive staff dial up here. Wheeler's waiting on the snap. Man in motion. Hands it off. He goes wide. He finds a little seam. And oh, my goodness. Gavin Baker. The speed on that. I thought that play was going to be a big gainer for the Valley Cubs, but Gavin come out of nowhere and made the stop. Looked like the play made right at 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 for the Valley Cubs.
That's an effort football play and a perfect middle linebacker scrape from Gavin Baker.
Actually, the play made 1 yard.
Not only extremely athletic, but also very knowledgeable of the game of football. Love to see what that guy's doing.
He did come up limping last week against Sylacauga. Looks to be 100%. We're glad to see that.
Yep,
20 with the ball. It goes wide.
Could have guessed that one right there. That's Elijah Hunter again. Every time the Alexandria Valley Cubs seem to be pushed back a little bit, they call that play call right there. At first picked up a couple of yards. The Blue Devils have since adjusted to it. Now they may want to try something else.
Lost 2 yards. I think that was Gavin Baker again on that tackle. Lost 2 yards, so it's 3rd and 11. Look for a pass play. Number 7, Barack Willis is in the game at one end along with Charlie Kitts to see if we can get some pressure on the quarterback. 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 11. He takes a snap. He drops back. It's not pressure.
Looking for number 20.
Oh!
Dropped it.
Pass is complete.
Jelijah Rutledge came over. The coverage wasn't beautiful, but Jelijah Rutledge.
They said he was down.
Oh, my goodness. You can see that on the camera. Wow. That is a shocking. Here's the replay right here. Let's see if we picked it up. We have a difficult angle from the camera. Hits, and the ball's out immediately.
They ruled him the pass complete, so they finally crossed over into Blue Devil territory. So that's something they're going to have to adjust to on a pass play to get more pressure. I thought Barack was going to get there and get him.
Jelijah Rutledge, the freshman, came in and beautiful hit. Thought we broke that one up. Again, direct snap.
And they read it. Very disciplined defense for the Blue Devils.
Like Gavin Baker. Again.
Gavin's having a great game.
He sure is.
Play failed, maybe lost a yard, or no gain. 9 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 10.
Logan Hall, number 66, into the game for the Moody Blue Devils. May expect to see some more pass plays from Alexandria. They've had some success so far, and generally from this set, they do like to throw it. Yep, it's in the air.
Yep. They double team Barack. There's the pick.
Beautiful.
Oh!
A.J. Madison couldn't complete the pick, but he was all over Elijah Hunter, number 20, right there. Great football play. If it didn't end up in his hands, at least it ended up on the ground.
It was a pick six, too. They're double teaming Brock Willis. Imagine that. Obviously, they've watched film.
They sure have.
So Wheeler gets his play from the sideline, comes back over. So Alexandria, the quarterback, runs over to the sideline for the play. They've done that ever since I've been watching Alexandria football. So 3rd and 10. I'm assuming another pass play. See if we can get pressure on him. He fakes it.
He's got some open men.
And he overthrows the receiver.
No flags on the play. That's safe. Sidney Walton in on the coverage.
I expect to have the kicker because he can kick it.
He can.
Yep, and here he comes.
If T.D. Marshall was here with us, he'd be saying that strap. Pretty good coverage from Sidney Walton there.
So that's a left-footed kicker.
It's like the 32-yard line, so whatever the math on that is.
Grayson Forrest is the kicker for the Valley Cubs. Let's see if we can get a
It's a 49-yard field goal.
Waiting on the snap. There's the snap. The place is up. The kick is up. It looks like it may be short.
No good.
No good.
That's a whole lot of leg for number 28 right there. Grayson Forrest just wasn't able to get it inside the uprights.
We're going to stay with it as they change possessions. Again, we want to thank you for watching 411 Network. We're back up with our internet issues. The man, the legend now, Eric Parsons, got us up and running. So Moody holds.
Looks like we're walking off a penalty here. Willie, did we miss something?
Well, I got a shout out. I want to take the second to shout out to Miss Morales from Coach. Yes, down here on the sideline. Hold on. Something's going on here.
Jake is beside himself. He is not happy. Why don't they move the ball back?
I have no idea. It seems like they moved him to the 20-yard line after a missed field goal. They treated it almost like a touchback, but that's not how that works. With a missed field goal, you should take possession where they lost it. Maybe I need to brush up on my rules, but this is shocking to me.
Jake has every right to argue this call. He needs to keep his composure, and he does. He's not happy. I don't understand the.
I need to pick up a rule book, I guess. That's not how I thought this is supposed to go.
So it go back.
Is that a rule in high school football that we did not know about?
It goes back to the 20.
If you're a rules expert, comment down below.
I need to call Miss Jones later. She knows all my rules.
Charlie's your quarterback. Blaine Burke's back in the ball game. Hands off to Blaine. He's up the middle. He runs over a man to get positive yards. Looks like he picked up about 5 on that play. 9 minutes, 2 seconds left in the second quarter. Moody's on the move.
They're moving pretty quick.
Charlie takes a snap, passes over to Blaine. Blaine makes a man miss. He shakes off one, and he's brought down.
A couple things are sure in football, and one of those things is generally one man is not going to take down Blaine Burke, so the Valley Cubs are going to have to swarm to him if they expect to take him down here.
Looks like that play failed to gain. So 3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. Charlie, go ahead, Brett. Sorry.
I'm watching a lot of substitutions from your Valley Cubs, and they're going to have to learn to hustle up on that because the Blue Devils are quick to the football.
They are.
Let's see.
Looks like we're getting a timeout for the Valley Cubs. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
This is Senator Lance Bell. I want to thank you for the opportunity to represent you in Montgomery. I am so excited about this time of year as we watch our cheerleaders, our football teams, and our band as they perform on the field. And parents, I'm not forgetting about you. That's what's great about Alabama. I'm Senator Lance Bell. Thank you for the privilege to serve you in Montgomery.
We're back live here at Lou Scale Stadium. Third down for the Blue Devils. Charlie Johnson's looking over, takes the snap. He's flushed out. He looks. And he threw almost a pick.
That's an interception. It was a little rollout there, and there was a Alexandria defender looking for a sack. Blaine Burke, beautiful block from a running back there to free up a little space. Just couldn't connect.
Looks like Charlie's staying in the ball game.
Maybe a hard count and then a Blue Devil punt. Almost worked.
If that had been Moody on defense, they would have called it.
They're going to run a football play.
Blaine Burke finds one tackle. There goes Blaine Burke. Picks up the Blue Devil first down.
4th and 6, inside zone. Not your common play call from that down and distance, but when Blaine Burke's in the backfield, anything can happen.
He's a tough running back.
He sure is, and he's running behind some very
Arkansas
motivated O-linemen. So it's good to see that
Arkansas
happen.
State commit as well. Charlie takes the snap, hands off to Blaine Burke. He looks, stutter steps. Thought he found a little crease. But tackle made for the Valley Cubs. Number 4 is not on our roster.
I've got him listed as Caleb Deline or Deline. Excuse my pronunciation.
Charlie takes the snap, drops back, no pressure. He throws it, and he overthrows
Sales.
K.D. Barnes.
Looked like a little bit of confusion, miscommunication on what the route was going to be there. I think Charlie may have.
And Coach K on the sideline is not happy.
KD stopped short. Charlie's throwing long. Again, that's why I want to see a lot of reps for him in the passing game this week, because he just hasn't had that opportunity, and you're going to need it later in the year.
7 minutes, 4 seconds left in the second quarter. Moody hands off Blaine Burke. He stutter steps, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, pulls a man with him.
Another 4th and medium coming up. That's the bread and butter right there for the Moody Blue Devils.
Moody is going to keep. They lined up. They're in the hurry offense. 4th and 4 for the Blue Devils.
I see a hard count in the future.
Charlie looks over to the sideline. Coaches are signaling into play.
They're going to run it.
Charlie takes the snap, hands off to Blaine Burke, and there's a hole. Oh, my goodness.
First down.
Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke. There he goes. Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke. Oh, my goodness. Touchdown, Blaine Burke. Where's the flag?
It may have been a block in the back right there towards the end, but I'm looking and I don't see it yet.
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, it's down on the Alexandria sideline. I see it.
Great block by Blaine Burke. Great run
Holding.
by Blaine Burke.
So it's a spot foul. Do not know where.
Still can't see the flag.
I don't see the flag over. It must be in front of the.
Yeah, it's in front of the Alexandria sideline.
Okay. I see him walking. I see him.
Goodness gracious.
So.
An electric football play brought all the way back on 4th down. Great run, great block.
I think they called it on Huckabee, I believe.
And here comes
the left tackle.
Punt team for the Moody Blue Devils.
Huckabee didn't mean to do it, Brett. He didn't mean to hold it.
I'm sure he did. Did he try telling the officials? They're generally pretty lenient about that.
Well, that neglects a beautiful run by Blaine Burke. So it puts Moody in a punting situation. Caleb Goff will be punting. 6 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Stick it back deep, KG.
Waiting on the snap. He takes the snap. Nice kick. Wow. Nice kick. Nice kick. Get on it. 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 Get on it.
Oh, it stopped short.
Oh, my. Great kick, Caleb Goff. Great kick. Wow.
Alexandria
He flipped
player.
that field.
He sure did.
The ball on the 2. Looks like the 2-yard line.
Put that on the 2-inch line. 61
61-yard kick.
That ball is sitting nice and pretty on the 1-yard line down here.
I see the G for the goal line, but I cannot see the end zone, the plane there as they call it, breaking the plane. So Willie's got an awesome view at field level. Looks like we have a timeout on the field, and we'll take one as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 network.
Hey, guys,
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
We are back live at Lou Scales Stadium here in Alexandria, Alabama. Caleb Goff punted 61 yards and backed them up on their 1-yard line. So interesting to see what's going to happen here with Coach Campbell and his defensive staff. If they're going to do an all-out blitz, they're going to be conservative here. We have 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second quarter.
I want to see Coach Campbell send the house right here. I'd love to come away with a safety. It's one of my favorite plays.
Wheeler's up
Football.
under center, just a quarterback sneak, positive yardage.
Smart play by Alexandria. Just want to get off of the 1-inch line, give them a little bit of breathing room to run their offense.
Sorry for the camera angle. We are on the home side and right near the press box, so we have people standing in our way at this angle here as you see the guy throw the bottle in the trash concession stand line.
Alexandria runs a lot of their offense well behind the line of scrimmage.
That
So
play
this is
made
not where they want to be.
About 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Wheeler still up under.
Toss.
Throws a little, and they were waiting on it. Charlie Kitts.
That's number 2, Marshall Teofilo.
There's Marshall Teofilo.
He's filling in for that position that Caleb Goff stepped out of to step into that defensive back position. So that young man has played a great football game. Excited to see his future.
With Amon being out, does hurt. But you know what? We have depth, and that's the good thing. So people just moved over. Coaches adjusted. So looks like 3rd and 7 for the Valley Cubs. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Wheeler is up under center, takes the snap, throws the toss, and he breaks one tackle, and he gets the outside edge, and he's close. He did not make the first down. Good pursuit on that end.
Almost were able to stick him in the end zone. Number
It
9,
looks like
Elijah
Brock
Rutledge.
Willis pursuing on that. Number 20 comes up a little. Elijah Hunter looks to be banged up a little bit, but he's staying in. So it brings up a 4th down. Four minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter.
Eric Vance in for corner at the top of your screen for the Moody Blue Devils.
So number 1, A.J. Madison is back. Looks like Valley Cubs are taking a timeout. We will stay with it. Now I'll go back down to Willie because his shout out, he wanted to redo his shout out. Willie.
I have a whole lot of noise in my ear.
Willie's dealing with some
you're right by the
technical
band, I believe.
We'll get back to that in a minute.
Okay. We'll get back to Willie on the sideline. We appreciate Willie, our sideline reporter. 3 minutes, 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Valley Cubs just took a timeout. I believe that was their last. They're still showing 1 timeout left. A new return man Or is KD back in? KD,
Looks like KD.
Barnes is back in. I don't think the Valley Cubs will do anything trickery here, being down 14 points.
They might if they watch the.
If they could get a
Detroit
hard count because
Lions.
it's 4th and 3. There's the snap. Moody all out. Takes a Moody bounce.
Gosh, that always scares me.
So Moody will take over from the 37-yard line of the Valley Cubs.
32 yards. To be first and 10 for the Blue Devils.
You mentioned some added depth already, and I mentioned Eric Vance in for the Blue Devils, and also Jagger Ludolf's in there making some plays. So it's good to see the Blue Devils digging a little deeper into their pockets and letting some guys get some early playing time because they're playing really well.
We will bring you some halftime stats at halftime of the first half. We'll provide those to you before the third quarter. Charlie takes the snap, hands off to Abram, and they met him up in the middle.
Number 4, Caleb Deline with a great read, met Abram Jackson in the backfield. Looks like a loss of 1, maybe 2 yards on the
That
play.
play lost 2 yards. Charlie takes the snap. Abrams around, right in. He's got room. Abram Jackson. Abram Jackson.
He's so fast. What a great 1-2 punch in Blaine Burke and Abram Jackson. They run differently and they both run effectively.
Right in. And look at that pancake block. Oh, my goodness. I did not see who that was, but that was a pancake block. He might get that pancake belt.
I hope he does. The offensive line has played incredible this first half for the Moody Blue Devils.
1st and 10, the Blue Devils. Charlie Johnson takes the snap. He's looking. He's looking. He's being rushed out. And he throws the ball. And they're getting him for grounding. Blaine was in the area, but he threw it and hit a lineman, so they're going to call that every time. Intentional grounding, that's a loss of down. So it'll be second. I think they're penalized from the spot.
Alexandria brought the pressure. The Moody Blue Devils couldn't pick it up.
Intentional grounding against the Blue Devils. It's a loss of down. So it'll be 2nd and 15. See what they dial up here. Charlie takes the snap. Hands off to Blaine Burke. What a move. Blaine Burke still up and running. Looks like he gained about 4 yards back.
Let's watch the replay here.
Look at the replay.
Stick
Stutter
his foot.
steps.
Couldn't find a lot of space there, but he fights like a madman.
So 3rd and 11 for the Blue Devils. Let's see what they dial up here. Charlie takes the snap. Good protection. He throws it up. Caught.
Aiden Robinson.
Aiden Robinson. He's in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Beautiful throw, Charlie Johnston. Beautiful throw. Look at the replay. Great protection. Throws money.
Charlie Johnston threw that football like a college quarterback where only his receiver could catch it. Aiden Robinson came up with a great catch, but if he didn't, that's out the back of the end zone and no issue. Great throw, great catch. Moody Blue Devils touchdown. Aiden Robinson's 2nd receiving touchdown on the night.
The all-important extra point by Junior Marino. Snap, kick, up, and good. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Your Moody Blue Devils 21, Alexandria Valley Cubs 0. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
This is Senator Lance Bell. I want to thank you for the opportunity to represent you in Montgomery. I am so excited about this time of year as we watch our cheerleaders, our football teams, and our band as they perform on the field. And parents, I'm not forgetting about you. That's what's great about Alabama. I'm Senator Lance Bell. Thank you for the privilege to serve you in Montgomery.
One might be tempted to say, "Excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger." You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Welcome back to Lou Scale Stadium. Your Moody Blue Devils leading 21-0. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter. You saw those commercials on the 411 network. If you're interested in advertising your business in Moody or your surrounding area, you can reach out to the 411 network at 411network at sccboe.org. Looks like it's an onside kick, or he missed it.
I don't know. It looked like an intentional onside kick, which is kind of an interesting
Coach Wiley
call.
dialed one up, and Coach Wiley is not happy.
Maybe it was let's see. Looks like the kicking team stayed out there. Maybe they called a offsides, and Junior decided not to kick it. That's what it looks like. There's a flag on the 40-yard line. I think they called offsides, and Junior decided instead of giving this one his full power, he'd sit on it.
Well, that means I missed my mark. Flags and whistles, flags and whistles. And that shout-out goes to Miss Jack Morales in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. How you doing, Miss Jack?
Coach Wiley is still not happy.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've had issues.
The hat did not come off, so that's a good sign. Junior is ready to kick it off. Nice kick, Junior.
Wow.
Takes it about the 10. Looking for room. They stay in their lanes.
That's some really good coverage from the Moody Blue Devils. They stayed in their lanes. They broke down. They made the play. Great kick.
Look on the replay. He fields it about the 10 and runs right into a host of Blue Devils. Jagger Ludoff on that tackle with a bunch of other Blue Devils. Simon Molay is in at one defensive end. Brady Dodd is back in, so this is their package. A.J. Madison's up on the line.
Gavin Baker counting his players late.
Low snap.
It's pass play.
And he's wide open. He is wide open.
In pursuit by Elijah Rutledge.
He's wide open.
That's number 0, DeMarcus Williams for Alexandria. Wide open touchdown. No flags on the play.
They saw something.
They liked it.
They saw something and called that play, and we were not ready.
Again, back to the Stag steps to success. Assignment football. Don't get lulled to sleep by the run, and then boom, pass, and an Alexandria touchdown. Moody will get the ball back with just under 2 minutes left to go in the half. Let's see if we can run a 2 minute offense.
See if we can get that 2 minute offense. So we'll wait for the extra point from Alexandria. The kick is up. An extra point.
There's extracurriculars again.
There's some pushing going on. And there goes flags.
I watched.
Blaine Burke's helmet comes off.
That's the second time I've seen number 4 in a scuffle. He was throwing one of the Moody Blue Devils, and some of the other Moody Blue Devils came to his defense, and of course the second man gets caught. I'm the last person to ever make an excuse for unsportsmanlike conduct, but when your man's getting drug around like the Moody Blue Devil was just then, the other Devils came in to try to set things straight. The referees are having a conference to try to decide what to do next.
I couldn't tell what had happened. I saw Blaine's helmet come off. Blaine was pushing everybody back. Let's see what the call is. Dead ball, personal foul against Alexandria. Personal foul, offsetting penalties.
Personal foul called on both teams. That'll be offsetting penalties.
Alexandria is upset, but if you go back and watch the replay, number 4 was straight using and abusing some of the Moody Blue Devils, and the guys came to.
So 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Moody 21, Alexandria 7. Brett, I wouldn't be surprised if they try something here to try to get back into this ball game.
I wouldn't be either. Last week we saw a surprise onside kick, and the Blue Devils are ready. See if we can be ready again.
So again, we're waiting for the referee to signal it in. Number 28, Grayson Forrest, is the kicker for the Valley Cubs. Left-footed kicker. Let's see what happens here. Moody is looking, expecting something. And he kicks it. Good kick. Looks like it's going to be returnable. Up in the end zone. New rule. I believe that's a new rule they put in a couple of years ago.
It is. If you receive it in the end zone, it's an automatic dead ball.
Yeah.
Take it to the 20-yard line.
See if we can get an 80-yard drive here with less than 2 minutes to go in the ball game, or second quarter.
All it takes is one touch, and we've got a few players that can put on a show. So it's like an empty backfield for quarterback Charlie Johnston.
Got 3 receivers on the bottom, 2 at the top. Charlie's waiting on the snap. He takes it. He's being flushed out. He throws it up.
Throws it deep.
And he overthrows Blaine Burke.
I like taking a shot right there.
I think a good play, if they could call a little screen, may catch him off guard.
Number 4 for Alexandria.
Yeah, he's back in the ball
football
game. Charlie takes the snap. He fires over the middle. Aiden Robinson has it. He breaks a tackle. Stutter steps. Breaks another tackle. He's going down the sideline. He's down the sideline. Pulling players with him. Aiden Robinson.
And here you go. You can see the replay. Aiden Robinson gets it on a little hitch across the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. 2 tackles. 3 tackles. Up the sideline. Get to about the 45-yard line. What a tough run by the feature receiver tonight, Aiden Robinson.
Charlie takes the snap. He's looking again.
So much time.
He runs the ball.
Wow.
Charlie breaks 1 tackle. He runs into his own man. He's still moving. Charlie got positive yardage.
He did. 2 things I like to see on that football
play. And we
play.
have an injury for Alexandria, looks like. Looks like number 4. I don't have him on my roster.
I've got him listed as Caden DeLine. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but he's a young man. He's been playing hard. He's made a few good football plays, so hope that he can come up from this all right.
There's timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 network. Well, we're not going to go because the commercial.
He's walking off under his own power. That's good to see.
Very good to see.
You hope that young man makes a quick recovery.
He's
and
a
gets back
tough
on the
ball
football
player
field.
for
Sure
Alexandria. So it's 2nd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Charlie got positive yardage.
Minute and 13. A couple things I like to see from that play with Charlie Johnston is, first off, he had all the time in the world that he wanted, this offensive line, and also he didn't try to force anything that wasn't there. He just took yards the defense is giving him.
Charlie takes a snap. He's not under pressure. He throws it wide open. Aiden Robinson breaks a tackle. He's in open field. Runs over another player. Finally brought out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
If he gets out of bounds, that's going to stop the clock.
Stop the clock with 1 minute and 1 second left in the second quarter.
Charlie Johnston looked further downfield and decided to settle for his check down, which ended up to be a huge chunk game for your Moody Blue Devils. Aiden Robinson's on fire right now in this first half.
Charlie's finding his groove.
He sure is. That's exactly what I wanted to see in this football game. Get that young man some reps throwing the football.
Charlie's waiting for the snap. Takes the snap. Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke.
Followed his blockers, found a hole, and picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that first down play.
I thought Brady was going to break it there. He's so patient. So Moody's in the hurry-up offense. They get set. Charlie looks back over to the sideline.
Ran a hard count. 39 seconds left to go in the half.
Takes the snap.
Deep
ball.
Oh!
Was that Aiden again?
No, that looked like Caden.
Braden Wright.
Yeah, Braden Wright, excuse me.
Stops the clock with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. So it's third down. If they don't make it here, Brad, you think we'll see Junior Marino? They said he improved on his field goals this year.
In a game like this, I would like to see him. A little bit of pressure, game time pressure, longer field goal.
Blaine Burke stays in the ball game. He's to Charlie's left. Offensive line is set. Man in motion.
It's Braden Wright.
Takes the snap.
Screen.
Fires over.
Get the football. And they're going to rule that incomplete pass instead of a fumble.
Yep. That was close.
It was close. Better safe than sorry. It looked like there was some confusion from that play. Blaine Burke didn't look like he expected to get the football. So that's going to be fourth down and about 6 for your Moody Blue Devils with 27 seconds left to go.
Will they bring in Junior? Coaches are over talking about it. May use a timeout here.
They've got it if they want it, but they're calling
Coach
a play.
Gaines is I expect him to go to Katie. Oh, looks like we're going to have a timeout. Timeout Alexandria with 27 seconds left.
They didn't like what they were seeing.
Quarter. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer? Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
As respected industry leaders, we are here,
working hard for you
in an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine
and excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here to help keep your kids and family
safe and healthy.
We are here for you,
aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
We're back live. Fourth down for the Blue Devils. They're on the move. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Blaine Burke's in motion. He fires over to Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke, what a block on the end. Blaine Burke, and they getting this on a fat fly. They're getting Josiah Dozier. They're getting Josiah Dozier on the hold.
We're going to get another shot at this football play, but they are calling Josiah Dozier
Great play
for a
call.
hold.
They're getting Josiah Dozier on a hold, I believe.
And that's what they got him.
It's a spot foul, 10 yards from the spot.
So let's see what they draw up here. That was a play that Moody Blue Devils were hoping to run previous. Both players were on the same page and were able to see him get him in the end zone. That's the second touchdown from Blaine Burke called back tonight. That's got to be frustrating.
So it stays fourth down and about 6.
Here comes the heavy
package.
Well, they call this Rhino, don't they?
Rhino, that's correct. Zane Smith comes in.
Marshall Teofilio. Also,
Blaine Burke
Cam
in
Mallory.
the Rhino. Wildcat takes the snap, looking for a, finds it, bounces outside. There goes Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke goes in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. My goodness, Blaine Burke off right in. Great play call. Great play call, Coach Cade, his offensive staff.
It's an interesting play call from fourth and media, fourth and long in the red zone. But you know what? Coach has said, our guys are stronger than your guys, and we're going to prove it to you. Touchdown, Moody Blue Devils.
The all-important extra point by Junior Marino. Snap, kick, up. And good. With 13 seconds left in the second quarter, your Moody Blue Devils 28, Alexandria Valley Cubs 7. We'll stay here with it. Also want to give a shout out to the run game coordinator, Coach Slade, calling that play with Coach K to come up with that, looking from the box, from the coaches upstairs to call it and having success with it off the right side.
It was a great play call. They saw something they liked. They took advantage of it. You love to be able to get that 7 that it seems like was stolen with that long pass from Alexandria. You like to be able to get that back before halftime.
So we'll bring you some halftime stats. Also, we'll get Willie. We'll be talking with Coach Gaines. We'll get Coach Gaines right at halftime. I think Willie's staying right by Coach Gaines. "13 seconds to go in the second quarter. Junior Marino set to kick it off. There's the kick.
It's out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. And Coach Wiley will not be happy. Looks like they'll get it on the 30-yard line, 35. Yep, 35-yard line. Still 13 seconds.
That last drive from Alexandria only took a few short seconds, so you can expect your Blue Devils to be ready for a long pass play. Sidney Walton at the bottom of your screen, A.J. Madison at the top, and Jelijah Rutledge back in that safety position. They're giving plenty of cushion on this bunched up set from Alexandria.
Nope.
Fullback give, right up the middle.
And that should do it right there with that play. That's the end of the second quarter. Your score, Moody Blue Devils 28, Alexandria 7. We're going to take it down to Willie Strickland. Go down on the field to get an interview with Coach Gaines. Willie. Well, we will not be going to Willie. Our mic is messed up. So we'll go to halftime here. Enjoy the music of the Moody Blues Marching Band, music of the 80s. Thank you for watching Moody Blue Devil Football on the 411 Network.
Yeah, both of you do the band, and then once they're done, we'll take it.
Let's hear it for your Moody Blue Devils Marching Band!
Contact Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
411 Nation. It's Coach Cam, owner of SF3 Performance, head strength coach here at Moody High School. I mean, there's no real reason for me to have a commercial unless I had a website where I sold hoodies. But other than that, I really wanted to take the time to say thank you to the city of Moody, everybody involved with our schools here in Moody, our principals, our coaches, our teachers, our athletes, our 411 kids, friends and family, literally the entire 411 Nation. Thank you.
Welcome back to Lou Scales Stadium. We're at halftime where your Moody Blue Devils leading 28-7. It's homecoming here at Alexandria. We'll try to capture some of that for you for those watching from Alexandria. But this time I'm going to turn it over to our partner in crime to give some stats, halftime stats, first half stats for the Moody Blue Devils. Brett?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to start with Abram Jackson, number 11, 7 carries for 49 yards. We've also got Blaine Burke. He's got 9 carries for 66 yards and would have had a few more if some of his weren't called back. Looking good. Charlie Johnson's got 158 yards through the air. We're excited to see him continue to improve in that area of his game and also get some opportunities. Reception-wise, we got Braden Wright, 1 catch for 11 yards. Katie Barnes, 1 catch for 45 yards. Josiah Dozier's got 1 for 12. And then Aiden Robinson's been the feature wide receiver, almost at the century mark on 4 receptions for 90 yards. So you're looking good for Moody Blue Devils. A lot of yards across the board. My favorite part about that first half was that everybody was in on the action, so you love to see that.
So I believe Abram had a touchdown, and Blaine had a touchdown, and Aiden Robinson had 2, I believe. Is that correct?
If I remember correctly, I think so.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct. So we'll go down to Willie once he sees Coach Gaines coming back out on the field. We're not able to get him right at halftime due to some malfunctions with our mics. We apologize for that, but you're watching the Alexandria Marching Band perform. This is their homecoming. So this game, region game, Moody has been pretty much in control the whole game, but it just seems like we could really bust it open if we really want to. I don't know Coach Gaines' game plan. Obviously, it's just a run it. I've heard rumors that Blaine wouldn't play much, but Blaine has played a lot more than what I expected him to play. So he must be back to 100% from last week. We do have some score updates. I want to turn it back over to Brett to give an update on some scores.
Willie, have you done any research on scores in your halftime break? Because I want to get you to guess one of them.
Is it the one where you guess what the score will end up being 42-7?
What do you think the score of the Clay Chalkville Pell City football game is at halftime?
35-0.
Wow.
You're close.
Wow. Somebody's hearing something from the future. 39-0, Clay Chalkville is beating Pell City at halftime. No surprise there. Southside is over Lincoln in a close ball game, 16-8 Southside. Leeds is leading Springville again in another close ball game, separated only by 10 points at the half. 17-7 Leeds over Springville. Etowah leads Asheville 21-0. No word on victory versus Talladega County Central. And then, of course, your Moody Blue Devils up 28-7 over the Alexandria Valley Cubs.
Now, the question is, if you remember the story I gave you between Asheville and Etowah. Asheville has not scored in that series.
And they still have
not. They came
not.
to the game 94-0, and it's 21-0 today.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Brett, Willie, for the update on some scores. Again, you're watching the Alexandria Valley Cub Band perform. It's their homecoming. Do not see their homecoming court as of yet. At least we were told it was homecoming. Do not see their homecoming court. So maybe we had a miscommunication there. So let's talk about the game, Brett. So Moody wins the toss, defers to the second half. Alexandria took the opening kickoff, 4 plays. They punted to Moody, and then it was Moody on the move.
It was. And it's exactly what you wanted to see. You know, I made a couple of big game predictions before the game got started. One that I really, really wanted to see, and I keep annoying you talking about it, because I wanted to see Charlie Johnston come alive in the passing game for the Moody Blue Devils. I wanted to see the coaches give him a little bit of more freedom to let it fly. Again, conditions have not been perfect for that over the last couple of ball games. But we've seen him make some great throws. Even as, besides that one almost interception, even his incompletions have been placed correctly, just haven't been able to connect. So a couple of miscommunications, but that's why you need a lot of reps in the passing game, so that these receivers can get some chemistry in game with this quarterback. Defensively, I really expected Gavin Baker and Zane Smith to come out big, but that's a pretty safe prediction to make any ball game. These two young men at middle linebacker are truly making a name for themselves. They're not somebody that I would want to look up offensively and see them on the other part of the film. So a couple great games there. The offensive line has really been pushing back the Alexandria Valley Cubs to make some lanes for Abram Jackson as well as Blaine Burke here. So there's a lot of love to go around. You know, the thing that we want to see in this football game from here on out is we just want it to be clean.
Right.
I can go ahead and assume that the coaches are probably going to start putting some younger guys in there, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing. We've got some depth on this Moody Blue Devil team. Let them get some experience. But what you want to see, very few penalties, no busted assignments. And I would love to see Alexandria leave this game with only 7 points on the board.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, it's a game that we've been in control. Like I mentioned earlier, we've been in control all ball game, first half. Alexandria, they do nothing really fancy. It's pretty basic stuff. But then they'll catch you off guard, like they caught us on that long touchdown pass. So you got to play disciplined football, and it's easy to get caught up in that. But again, overall, A+ for the defense.
I agree.
A+ for the offense, put 28 points up on the board. I think that's our largest, obviously our largest score in a ball game, being our third game of the year. So again, we got about 3 minutes and 30-something seconds left in the halftime as you watch the Alexandria Valley Cub. I don't think I see anybody from the homecoming, so maybe we were told something different, or they already had something. We were told it was going to be their homecoming tonight. So we'll go to Willie once he sees Coach Gaines coming out of the tunnel. We'll get his thoughts for the first half as Moody players are starting to slowly come back onto the field. Moody has brought a great crowd to Lou Scale Stadium. The stadium is Lou Scale Stadium. The field is named for another legendary coach, Larry Ginn, who coached here for 20-plus years, I believe. Lou Scales coached here 38 years. So a lot of football history in this stadium, a lot of passionate fans. I don't know if you heard any of them out on the broadcast during the game. They're very passionate. Even when they're having a down year, they come out and support their Valley Cubs, and that's what you should do. Support these kids because they work hard all year long in the off season to get this, to work hard to win a ball game. And, you may have low numbers, but you just keep working to something good eventually, Brett, will happen to you.
You're absolutely right. And we've mentioned over and over again, this is a historic football program. And when they have down years, they don't last very long. And so we know that this team will recover. And any young man that decides, hey, this summer, instead of laying on my rear end, waking up late and playing video games, I'm going to go out in the heat and put some pads on and go into combat. They deserve support by the community, and this Alexandria community does a wonderful job of offering that to them.
See Moody getting ready to come back out on the field, so we'll go down to once we see Coach Gaines with Willie, we'll go down live to get an update or Coach Gaines' thoughts on his team's first half performance. Next week, the Blue Devils will be back at home taking on Bishop McNamara out of Maryland. First time, I believe, in the history of Moody, an out-of-state team is coming to Bill Maher Stadium. So we'll talk more about that at the end of this ball game. And we'll talk about it more on the coaches show that will be broadcast later next week on Wednesday or Thursday when that video will drop. So Moody is coming back out on the field. We're waiting for Coach Gaines. I have not seen him yet. Alexandria is coming back out on the field, so I don't believe it's homecoming, Brett.
I don't believe so. Probably a wise decision from Alexandria to not make this homecoming.
We were told that as we were preparing our logistics for this game that it was going to be homecoming. So still waiting on Coach Gaines. Got about 15 seconds.
And
go ahead, Brett.
You know it's pedal to the metal for him. We're up pretty big on this game. Pretty confident things are going to turn out in our favor, but these coaches are working hard, making adjustments, and we want to play every game like it's a close game. So I expect to be even better. One thing I've noticed, Moody's been better in the second half than the first half in both games we played previously. So the coaches have done a great job of making halftime adjustments.
So we're all looking for Coach Gaines.
Update ahead.
I'm waiting patiently on him.
Thank you, Big Willie. Update on the Victory Christian game, thanks to a comment below. Victory Christian is ahead 23-6, assuming that's halftime as well. So thank you very much for the fan that commented in the Victory Christian score.
I believe I see Coach Gaines.
Does he have a uniform on?
It's hard to see from this press box. I see Willie. Again, folks, we apologize
He's
for the delay.
He's talking to somebody right now.
Another TV reporter must have him. He's talking to the ref.
Yeah, he's talking to the official.
Okay, here he comes. He's getting closer to Willie. Willie, maybe you want to start going toward him so he can see you.
Hard to miss.
I also have some giants in front of me, too.
You do. So Coach Gaines and the head referee are having a little lengthy discussion, and players are running around them. So hopefully we can get quick comments on him. Looks like Willie's going to
Here we go.
So it looks like Willie with Coach Gaines.
Coach, I'm the one with the technical difficulties in the first half, but you guys, a great start to the game. Your thoughts in the first half, and what are we looking for in the second half?
Yeah, man, I thought we played really well. Defensively, I gave up, I think, 2 first downs, the long pass, just a busted coverage, and we got a lot of moving parts on defense right now, some guys out, and proud of the way they're fighting and playing. Offensively, we scored every drive but one, had the ball 5 times. So proud of them. I think we're doing a good job on the ground and in the air, but special teams been okay. But overall, I just like to clean it up. I know the score looks okay. It doesn't really feel that clean to me. So second half, 0-0, we got to come out and play.
Well spoken by a coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Willie. Again, it's Moody 28, Alexandria 7. We're getting ready to start the second half. Moody will be receiving. So hopefully, Brett, like you mentioned earlier, we'll have some first-teamers, a couple of possessions, and then he'll let the reserves, not subs, I've called them subs, but reserve players started getting some reps that will help later in the seasons. The injury bug, really not severe, little bumps and bruises as expected, playing 5A football, very physical. Alexandria may have small numbers, the number of players, but they're a very physical football team. You see that number 4, not a very big football player, but he's going after it every play. He's giving 110%. So that's what they are taught here in Alexandria. Moody has to, mentally stay in this ball game. Again, you've heard the myths about the ghost of loose scales coming out and crazy things have happened here. I've seen it before, and people have experienced it, that when you play here, they call it Death Valley. I've heard that mentioned as well. A lot of things happen at this stadium. So we're getting ready to have the second half kickoff, waiting on the officials to blow the whistle back in. Looks like they're ready. Looking over to our producer, he's giving me the thumbs up that they're about ready. We thank Eric Parsons for coming out. He comes out early, folks, and sets up, scouts it out. We start planning early in the week, finding out where we can be located. We're tonight in the press box, very accommodating from the Alexandria people, and we thank them for the hospitality.
Wonderful spot.
So back to return for Moody. It looks like it's KD Barnes. Usually they have two back, so now it looks like something different. I believe that's KD Barnes.
Alexandria running.
No, Abram Jackson's coming on, so. So Moody is making sure there's not anything trickery here. It's teed up. Third quarter is on the way. A deep, deep kick that is going out of the end zone or in the end zone. Touchback.
And again, another scuffle.
Caleb Goff going over and making sure that we don't get a penalty thrown.
Behaving like a leader.
1st and 10, Blue Devils from their own 20-yard line. Charlie Johnston's back at quarterback.
Again, I'd like to see him let it fly for a couple more drives and then maybe shift into some added depth.
Abram Jackson is to his left. KD Barnes with the ball. And there goes KD Barnes. Look at that speed. KD Barnes. And there's a penalty flag. I think they're going to get us on a hold.
Looks like a common theme. Holding on long runs for your Blue Devils, I'm sure.
That's a spot foul, so 10 yards from the spot.
Katie's so quick.
So it should be a first down.
We haven't seen a whole lot of that speed sweep in the first couple of weeks for the Moody Blue Devils. It's a great wrinkle to throw into the offense here.
So a big gainer wiped out with a holding penalty against Moody. So KD going to the sideline. Josiah Dozier is in the ball game. Actually, KD went over to the top of the screen. Bottom of your screen is Braden Wright, Josiah Dozier. KD's Barnes is in, faked off. Abram Jackson finds a little seam. Abram Jackson breaks it up for about 9 yards on that carry.
And he ran off the rear
side.
end. If you take a look at this replay, ran off the rear end of 72. Caden Smith was able to pick up a few extra yards. I love watching these big guys get up the field and continue to block deep into the play.
2nd and about 2 for the Blue Devils. Braden Wright in motion. Charlie Johnson takes the snap. He looks, fires, going to Josiah Dozier. Falls incomplete.
They saw a matchup they liked. Again, that fade off the sideline hasn't been connecting for the Moody Blue Devils. One good thing to mention, again, these Blue Devil running backs know how to block for their quarterback. You love to watch that happen in the backfield.
3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils on their own 42-yard line. Charlie hands off to Abram Jackson around left end. He finds a seam, and he busted up through there to pick up the first down.
Smart play by the running back, Abram Jackson. Instead of continuing to the sideline where he may have been pushed out of bounds for little yards, he found a quick seam. He knew exactly how much he needed to pick up the first, and instead of trying to be a hero, he picked up the first down, and the Moody Blue Devils will take it at about the 45-yard line.
Moody's on the move. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Screen.
Over to Braden Wright. He breaks it. Braden right into open. He fumbled. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by Alexandria.
Unfortunate play right there. Alexandria player put his nose on the football, knocked it out. Braden Wright had a great move to get out into open space. Alexandria Valley Cubs will take over.
Let's see if the Blue Devils can get that ball right back.
Coach Gaines talks a lot about putting out the fire, coming
Yes, he
in
did.
the defense on the heels of a turnover instead of letting the offense take the momentum. Get a big play right here, put out the fire.
Number 16, Cole Wheeler coming from the sideline with the play. 13 seconds on the play clock, 25-second clock. Down to 9. Down to 7. Down to 4. Man in motion, gets the snap off.
Double reverse.
Double reverse. And
Ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground. What we
Moody
just
gets
talked
it.
about. Sydney.
A.J. Madison.
A.J. Madison picked up the fumble. A.J. Madison. There's a face mask right there in front of the referee. He didn't call it.
Didn't call it.
And didn't call a late hit out of bounds. Yep, that's what happens here in Alexandria.
Talk about putting the fire out. We got a new fire in a new direction.
We just talked about that, Brett. We needed
sure
that
did.
ball back.
We sure did. So here comes a Moody Blue Devil offense looking to stick one in the end zone.
Let's see if Braden's back in the ball game.
He's off on the sideline now.
Charlie looking over.
Jacob Hadaway in at that H-back position.
First time I've seen Jacob Hadaway in at the H-back.
He had a great game last week. Let's see what happens here.
Jacob Hadaway in motion. Hands off to Abram Jackson. Off right guard. Play picked up about 2 yards.
Holes open for him at the line of scrimmage. Blockers couldn't get to the second level. He couldn't make a guy miss. But pick up 2.5 yards on the first down for Moody Blue Devils.
And apologies again to Jacob Hadaway's family for mispronouncing his name. Again, we'll correct that. It's Jacob Hadaway, number 3 for the Blue Devils. Charlie takes the snap. He looks over. He fires over. Overthrows Aiden Robinson. Third and 8 for the Blue Devils. 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the third quarter.
We've missed a couple of those, but I like that we're going back to him again in a game like this. It's great to get some reps, try to create some chemistry. Alexandria's creating a different package.
Abram Jackson is your running back to Charlie's left. Charlie's in the shotgun formation. Hadaway is in motion. And they read that play pretty good there, Valley Cubs. I tell you, Alexandria's defense is feisty. So it brings up fourth down. Let's see what happens here.
Number 7, Brody Carnes in on the stop for Alexandria. Met him just past the line of scrimmage.
So Charlie looking over to the sideline to get the play in. 18 seconds on the 25-second clock. Plenty of time.
For a hard count here.
They have the play. Aiden Robinson in motion. He is set. Charlie takes the snap. Drops back.
He wants him.
Aiden's wide open. Oh, overthrew Aiden.
Aiden released after coming in motion on a little out route. He had a little bit of separation. Charlie threw it just right over his head.
So the Valley Cubs hold, get the ball back. So it looks like it's 1st and 10. Valley Cubs from their own 22-yard line. See if the defense can create another turnover here, Brett. Simon Molay is up on one end, defensive end. Brady Dodd at the other. Wither takes his low snap. He's looking to throw. And he's picked off. What did we just talk about? Another turnover.
Takeaway. A.J. Madison, who had a big interception last week, comes away with it again. Again, halftime adjustments made by the Moody Blue Devil coaching staff, and the players execute right there. Great play. Let's check the replay here. We get to back end of A.J. Madison fighting forward for some yardage. Now here it is again.
Good pressure.
Great pressure. Went to number 0, his big back. Wasn't able to connect.
1st and 10 Blue Devils.
The other way.
I'm sorry, Brett, to interrupt.
Yeah, no worries.
Trying to see. Looks like we're on the 25-yard line. Abram Jackson's your running back. Charlie takes the snap, hands off to Abram, the low delay run. He's looking for room, finds it up the middle. Here goes Abram Jackson, busted up the middle.
Goodness
Still
gracious.
running.
Man, he's got a nose for open field right there.
He hides behind those big nasties.
He sure does.
As we see on the replay, changes course. Just a couple of steps away from taking it in the end zone. That play picked up a Blue Devil first down.
You really want to see him get into the end zone here after going out on 4 downs last drive.
8:25, 8 minutes and 25 seconds in the third quarter. Jacob Hadaway is your H-back. Charlie takes a snap, a bad snap. Charlie lays down on it.
Not a great snap, but
I don't know if the ball was wet. That just didn't look like Brendan King.
It didn't, and if you remember in week 1 against Pell City, we had some issues with snaps. Last week they made some great adjustments, and most of the snaps were right on the money.
He's wiping his hands. Yeah, he's wiping his hands from barring one of the linemen's rag. So great snap there. Takes it to Abram. Abram, waiting patiently. Thought he had a little seam. One of our players' helmet comes off, and he will have to come out of the game. J.B. Myers. Quickly a substitution. So it brings up 3rd and about 15.
Looks like maybe 65 Austin Owen in to replace at the left tackle, if my eyes don't deceive me.
Abram Jackson to Charlie's left. Hadaway in motion. He's set. Jackson moves over to the right. Looks. Charlie looks.
Wants Aiden. Can't get him. He's going to.
Charlie's running.
Swarmed by the Alexandria.
Another helmet went flying off for the Moody Blue Devils. So he goes back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's going to be another 4th down. You can't be stoked if you're the Moody Blue Devils, this happening twice out of halftime, back-to-back like this.
Valley Cubs have adjusted well at halftime.
They sure have.
So it's 4th down and 11.
Hadaway still in the ball game. Out wide with Aiden Robinson at the bottom of your screen, or to the right of your screen, excuse me. Like
timeout. Blue Devils, it looks like. Now, timeout Valley Cubs. We'll take one as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer.
Yeah, Mana brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
One might be tempted to say, "Excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger." You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Welcome back to Lou Scale Stadium here in Alexandria, Alabama. 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Moody's looking at a 4th down and about 12. Looks like the offense is still on the field, so let's see what they have dialed up here.
Coaches pride themselves on making good play calls out of a timeout, and another empty backfield set. We saw that going into halftime for the Blue Devils.
Charlie takes the snap. He looks. He's got plenty of time. He throws over. Overthrew Blaine Burke. Defensive play, good defensive play by the Valley Cubs. So Moody turns the ball back over.
Again, Charlie had plenty of time. He went through his reads. He made a long throw into the end zone. Ball deflected almost right into the hands of Aiden Robinson, but he couldn't, or was that Blaine Burke? Excuse me.
I think it was Blaine Burke.
Couldn't make the completion.
So 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like we have an official timeout on the field. Willie, can you give us an update on the mood of the sideline over there?
I won't say relax, but they're having a good time. If you saw the celebration when AJ got that last pick, it was absolutely crazy down here. And they're still talking about it now as I sit and watch them on the sideline here.
So getting ready to single it back in play. First and 10, Valley Cubs. Looks like the ball's on the 17-yard line. First and 10, Valley Cubs. Wheeler is your quarterback, waiting on the snap. Man in motion, takes the snap. And he is met by number 2, Marshall Teofilio. Play made 2 yards, it looks like. Marshall has some speed.
2 young linebackers, Marshall Teofilo and also Jagger Ludoff in for the Blue Devils. They played almost a full quarter for the Blue Devils last week and really had a great defensive game, so it's good to see them in getting more reps.
So second, play made about 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 for the Valley Cubs on their own 20-yard line. Wheeler waiting on the snap. And he falls, number 20 falls down, loses yardage. Looks like he lost 2 yards. Back to the 18-yard line. So 3rd and 9, 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter. A big play here for the Moody defense. Brady Dodd at one defensive end. Cam Mallory.
Number 15, Eric Vance in at cornerback. He's had a couple of reps this game.
We have a whistle. Timeout. Valley Cubs will take one as well. With 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter, Moody 28, Alexandria 7. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
Welcome back to Lou Scale Stadium here in Alexandria, Alabama. It is 3rd and 9 for the Valley Cubs. The refs are whistling in the Valley Cub offense. See what they dial up here. I expect some type of pass to draw the defense in and see how disciplined they are. Man in motion, takes a snap. Pass over the middle. Did not get the first down. He's about 1 yard short.
Number 0, DeMarcus Williams. Little drag route across the middle. Ideally, as an offense, you would push him a couple yards further, pick up that first, but the Valley Cubs weren't able to do that.
So it looks like they're going to go for it here. I would look for a hard count with being 4th and 2. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Blue Devils are communicating.
They're up under center. Look for something. Hands the ball off. He didn't make it. Oh, he did. They met him there in the middle. He slipped away and got the first down for the Valley Cubs. Brett, I thought we had him hemmed up there in the middle.
Sure looked like it. The Big Nasties on the inside did a great job of creating a pile at the line of scrimmage. He was able to find just a small sliver of open space, dive through it and pick up a first down. And with just 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go left here in the third quarter at Lou Scale Stadium, let's see what the Blue Devils defense can ride up.
So 1st and 10, Valley Cubs from their own 30-yard line. Wheeler is your quarterback. The man goes in motion. Looks back to pass. He's being pressured, throws it in the ground.
Great pressure. That's number 21, Brady Dodd, among others.
He had no time to throw.
That's right. You can thank the defensive line for that incompletion there.
Number 16, Cole Wheeler, has been your quarterback for the Valley Cubs. He runs over to the sideline after each play. That's the way Alexandria has always ran their offense. So Wheeler's coming back into the ball game, has the play. He has 12 seconds left on the 25-second clock. They break the huddle. He's in shotgun formation, waiting for the snap. Takes the snap.
Direct, and then
it's a halfback pass. Halfback pass, but nope.
He decided
he broke
to keep
away.
It.
Number 22, Brody Slayton. Positive yardage for the Valley Cubs as they move the chains. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third quarter.
You like to see the secondary keep their positions on that play. Brody Slayton just found a little bit of running space on the inside and was able to pick up a first down. Again, like I mentioned, a lot of smoke and mirrors from this Alexandria offense. So you just have to play your assignment. Make sure you're in the right place. Don't get drawn off.
1st and 10, Valley Cubs from their own 42-yard line. Wheeler's in the shotgun. Pick. Caleb Goff with a pick. He read that the whole way. He watched the quarterback, and the quarterback never saw him.
Here's a replay here. Watch it.
Simon Molay making the pressure. Great catch by Caleb Goff.
Didn't seem like quarterback ever went through his read. He was just hoping his man was going to be open. Caleb Goff was in the right place at the right time, playing the right coverage. You want to watch that one over and over and over again on the film room on Sunday.
Great turnover by that defense. Let's see if this offense can get rolling and push over the goal line for 6 points. Right at midfield, the Blue Devils. KD Barnes is in motion. They hand it to him in reverse, and he's got open room, and he's got field.
Keep it clean.
Here you go, KD Barnes. KD Barnes still running. KD Barnes. Oh, my goodness. KD Barnes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. No flags. No flags.
What a football play right there.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm looking forward to watching this replay if we can get it, and here it is.
Wow.
That play has gained positive yardage all night for the Moody Blue Devils. Thought he was going to go down here from the tackle, and he stayed up.
Oh, my goodness.
You think he wanted a touchdown there?
Great block by Aiden Robinson there at the end.
Aiden Robinson, what a great blocker. He's the type of wide receiver you want, and tonight they fed him as the feature wide receiver. He's had a couple touchdowns and blocking really hard.
Junior Marino for that all-important extra point. The snap, the place, the kick is up. And it's good. With 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter, your score, Moody Blue Devils 35, Alexandria Valley Cubs 7. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
We are back live here at Lou Scale Stadium in Alexandria, Alabama. Your Moody Blue Devils just capped off a 50-yard drive with KD Barnes taking it to the house. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Moody's up 35-7. I expect to see some reserved players coming in.
And you want to see the rest of this football game closing in on the fourth quarter. Squeaky clean from your Moody Blue Devils. I'm talking Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Some new guys coming in, getting some reps. It's going to be good for everybody. But that's going to be the victory, 35-7. Let's just play some clean football, play our assignments, and make some plays.
Junior Marino is ready. There's the kick. Stutter steps, looks for a room. Looks like he's brought down on about the 21-yard line. So that defense, way back on the field, causing turnovers tonight, Brett.
You love to see that, 2 interceptions. Got some pads popping on that last play.
Yeah.
That's one thing you're guaranteed to hear in Lou Scales Stadium on any given Friday night, some shoulder pads popping.
Number 66, Logan Hall. We don't call his name a lot, but he is very active for that defensive line, causing havoc. Positive yardage off right in for the Valley Cubs. He picked up about 6 yards.
That's been Alexandria's most productive play, that little end-around sweep. They've gone back to it over and over and over again. Number 4, Lou Bearden in for the Moody Blue Devils.
Second and 4 for the Valley Cubs. Low snap, Wheeler with the ball off the right guard side, and he has pushed back. I don't think he made anything.
That's what you want to see is a defensive line. All of them with a hand on the ground were in there on that play.
They got big number 79, I think, is in there for the Blue Devils.
Logan Chambers.
Yep, Logan Chambers is in there. Good to see him
Big
getting
guy,
some reps.
6'4", 370. Talk about some size on the defensive line.
Wheeler gets to play from the sideline.
Young Barack Willis also in there on the defensive line.
Under 1 minute left in the third quarter. Third and about 4 or 5. Wheeler takes a snap.
It's a pitch.
Pitch off to the right side. He found a little seam and busted it for the first down.
It's like maybe Jagger Ludoff in on the great pursuit to stop an even larger game, and it was. A lot of new names in for the Blue Devils.
42 seconds left in the third quarter. Moody Faithful is still here watching, cheering on their Blue Devils. We thank you again watching on the 411 Network. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers for our first year. So Wheeler is set, calls to play, man in motion for the Cubs. He takes the snap. He's going to throw. He's looking. He's looking. And broken up play. Number 4.
Lou Bearden.
Great play by Lou Bearden.
Young man's working hard. We saw him have the 2 tackles on the kickoff team, so he's getting his contact wherever he can get it. So it's good to see him making some great plays on the defensive side of the football.
Another substitution on the defensive side. Looked like number 60, Alan White for the Blue Devils. It's hard to tell these numbers from up in this press box.
It is. Looking at number 31, Hayden Bowman in at safety as well.
Wheeler tosses it out off the left. A good pursuit. Marshall Teofilio on the tackle.
Putting his thumbprint on this game. He had to fill some big shoes coming in, taking over the injury bug, and he's done a really good job.
That's the end of the third quarter. Moody 35, Alexandria 7. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
Contact Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
As respected industry leaders, we are here.
Working hard for you.
In an effort to provide you with
Excellence in sports medicine.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here to help keep your kids and family
safe and healthy.
We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Welcome back to Lou Scales Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. Moody Blue Devils 35, Alexandria Valley Cubs 7. First down on about the 41-yard line. Wheeler under center. Takes the snap. He tosses it around. Great pursuit. Lou Bearden.
Oh, I thought the ball may be on the ground. One of my favorite plays as a former outside linebacker, Lou Bearden made sure he kept outside discipline, extended the line of scrimmage, and checked the replay out as he makes a big-time football play right there. Great job,
play by
number
Lou
4.
Bearden.
Great number as well.
Play lost 1 yard. Want to give a shout-out. Well, actually, that was third down. Correction, I believe I said first. So it's fourth down and 11. For Alexandria there in punt formation. Number 28, Grayson Forrest, their place kicker, punter. Takes the snap, no rush.
A.J. Madison.
Gets off. A good kick. Goes out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. We'll stay here. Also, I want to give a shout out to our 2 camera staff, Mackenzie Smith and Jonathan Woods, 2 Moody High School students. We thank them for coming out with us, being a part of this team. They're doing an awesome job trying to get you all the views that you are enjoying the game from the comforts of your home. We thank Mackenzie and Jonathan for being with us on this Friday night. So Brighton Ussery is your quarterback.
Abram Jackson.
Abram Jackson bounces it outside.
Such a quick back. Glad to see Brighton back in the game. You know, again, similar to the 2 young dogs on the defense side of the ball. He came in and played the fourth quarter and played really well last week.
So it looks like that play made 5 yards. So it looks like Moody is going to stick with running the ball. I'm sure offensive coaches have something up their sleeve to give the other teams something to think about. Hadaway in motion. He's set. Brighton takes the snap. Runs around right in. Picks up about 4 yards.
He was 1 block
away,
from picking up about 40 yards on that play. I really like the way that one looks. And, you know, keep in mind that the coaches plan to use this. This isn't just a fourth quarter set.
Right.
They plan to put Brighton in the football games. They say he gives us a good chance to win a football game, so good to see him get some reps.
Brighton Ussery with a tackle. And he
– in the backfield.
Positive yardage, no, he lost. Looks like that first-team offensive line is still in there. No substitutions yet, so what are they going to do? I believe they may punt it. It's 4th and 3. Looks like they're going into sending in the punt team. 16 seconds left on the 25-second clock. 9 minutes and 16 seconds left in the ball game. So Caleb Goff will be your punter. They need to hurry.
They do. This is a good rep for a special teams. Quick
3,
punt.
2,
and they got it off. Good job,
Good
Coach
kick
Wiley.
from Caleb.
Great punt.
I thought I heard somebody say Peter.
Finally, we found Peter. It took us 3 football games.
And Coach talked about it on his show.
He did.
Last week. So we punted over to Alexandria. They get ready to take possession from their own 28-yard line, I believe, 29-yard line. 8 minutes and 55 seconds left in the ball game.
Again, here come the young fellas.
That defense is still pretty solid.
It's very stout.
Alexandria has their first unit in, it looks like.
End around.
Number 11, he found a little open space. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Moody has the ball. Moody had created another turnover. Looks like Lou Bearden came up with
the
it.
replay.
No, I think that's Jagger Ludoff.
Yep, Jagger Ludoff.
Jagger, great.
Made the recovery. A few Moody Blue Devils were in on the tackle that caused the fumble. We couldn't see exactly who it was.
Number 11 for the Valley Cubs is injured. He's coming off the field. That was the ball carrier.
Here comes your Moody Blue Devil offense.
Brighton Ussery is your quarterback. They reset the 25-second clock.
Josiah Dozier spit low at the bottom of your screen.
Abram Jackson, your running back. Brighton takes a snap, hands off to Abram. He goes around left end, finds a little seam. There's Abram. There goes Abram Jackson. Oh, he stiffs arm a man.
Great vision from Abram Jackson right there, finding the open hole, picking up, and here's your replay right here.
Patient as he comes around left end, finds a little seam. Great block by the offensive line. So now Marshall Teofilio's in as running back.
Let's watch him get some reps. He's been all over the football field tonight, yeah.
Marshall takes a snap, run up the middle, straight up the middle, runs hard. Still going. Positive yardage for Marshall Teofilio.
If I'm seeing correctly, it looks like a freshman O-lineman, Landon Tyler, in there was a pulling guard, and he ran right off of his rear end.
Clay picked up about 4 yards, so 2nd and 6 for the Blue Devil. Hard count. Yep. Finally drew him off sides.
For the first time tonight. Flags and whistles, flags and whistles.
7 minutes, 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Correction, the pulling guard was 58 Jackson Huckabee.
Oh, Huckabee. Glad he's back 100%.
Working hard in there, working hard.
Coach Slade has not made any substitutions there on the offensive line, it doesn't seem. So, looks like 2nd and 1 after that penalty. Brighton Ussery with the ball, around left end. He's got room, he's got blockers. Positive yardage.
Good blocking by the wide receivers, Josiah Dozier, and also the H-back, Hadaway, blocking downfield. That's one of the most impressive things about this Moody Blue Devil offense is every white helmet is putting hands on somebody when another Blue Devil is running the football.
And folks down on this end, I know you see a bunch of people. We're right by the concession stand with our camera. We'll apologize. But hats off to Mackenzie and Jonathan. Marshall takes a snap, almost a fumble, but
Alexandria brought the pressure there and was able to wrap him up in the backfield.
So 2nd and goal. Looks like on the 5-yard line.
Here comes some substitutions.
Yep, here comes some subs. Them big old nasties getting a little break.
They deserve a standing applause, and they're getting it from the Moody sideline.
Great job for them tonight. Brighton Ussery is your quarterback for Moody. Takes a snap, runs off left end.
He wants a touchdown.
And he runs over and he's in.
Got it.
Touchdown, Blue Devil. And
flag on the play.
Got a flag.
And that's in the holding vicinity, so Hold your horses.
Holding. And now Caden Smith looks like he comes back in after he was taken out.
Take a breather and a shot of Gatorade and get back in the game.
Mason Hall, number 52, in for the Blue Devils on the offensive line, along with number 65, Austin Owen, sophomore, offensive lineman, 245 pounds.
Looks like 74, Braden Bankston, also in the game.
And number 62, Grant Atkinson, senior O-line, 6'0", 255.
Marshall
so Brighton
Teofilo.
Ussery, your quarterback. Takes the snap. Marshall takes the off right guard. Marshall,
Great run!
Touchdown, Marshall Teofilo.
Great run by that young man. He's been all over the football field on offense and defense, and that looked like a starting position run right there. He found a hole. He hit it hard. He found the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I'm surprised they did not throw the flag.
I agree.
Of him slamming the ball down. I'm sure Coach Gaines
I'm sure he'll hear about it.
And the offensive coaches will let him know you got to be careful on something like that because they can penalize you. But they didn't, so now the all-important extra point from Junior Marino. Snap, place, kick, up. And good with 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the ball game. Your score, Moody Blue Devils 42, Alexandria Valley Cubs 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
We're back live here at Lou Scale Stadium. Moody just scored on a run by Marshall Teofilo for the Blue Devils with 6 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in the ball game. You'll see a lot of substitutions now for the Blue Devils, getting some kids some reps, much needed reps for later in the year. The injury bug, you're going to have bumps and bruises when you play 5A ball. And so they're going to give some of these kids a rest and get them ready for next week as Bishop McNamara from Maryland makes the trip down to Bill Morris Stadium. So interesting facts about Bishop McNamara. I do not know the score of tonight, but they are 2-0, and they've scored a total of 82 points, 40 the first game and 42 the second game, and nobody has scored on them. So it'll be a tough game for Moody next week. Junior Marino with the kick. It's returnable. Fumbles the ball.
A lot of white hats by the ball.
And a helmet went off. Another helmet went off.
That was a very young Blue Devil kickoff team, and they looked starving.
And the
to get
fans
into
over there
the
giving them
football.
a standing ovation.
Yeah, they deserve it. You know, they've been sitting on the sideline cheering on their guys, waiting for their time, and then they get in the football game, and they looked like they were ready to be there. You love to see that from the young Blue Devils.
I'd say they are just a tad bit excited down here.
Big old 79 for the Blue Devils. Logan Chambers, senior defensive lineman, 6'4", 374. See Barack Willis. Barack's been quiet tonight. They've been double teaming him a lot, and I'm afraid that's going to happen remaining of the year because he's such a force on that defensive side.
That's true.
Wheeler's your quarterback.
I mentioned look like a fullback maybe.
What a hit. Number 2,
Lou Beard,
Marshall. Teofilo. Sure I'm messing his name up. Apologize.
you know, in this football game, the way that Alexandria runs their offense, it doesn't really lend well for defensive ends to have big nights. So Barack's been playing assignment. He hasn't been able to get in the backfield because the throws are so quick. He's playing a good game. Just numbers
Can't tell
are
there was
so
an
large.
injury.
It's number 19. Looks like he took he gave the hit on the play.
Elijah Rutledge.
Yes.
Elijah?
Yes. They're tending to him here on the sideline.
No, number 19 is
Sean Barnes, it looks like.
Yeah. Elijah's number 9 for the Blue Devils. Wheeler's the quarterback for the Valley Cubs. Takes the snap. Toss play to the right. Looking for
Good
room.
job, Lou Bearden. Can you tell I used to be an outside linebacker? I'm watching them keep outside discipline and then reach around and make that play. A lot of other Blue Devils in on the play as well, but that play made possible by number 4, Lou Bearden.
Lou Bearden is going to get some more reps
He's
during the
taking
season.
advantage. Senior defensive back at 5'9", 155. Looks like he may have put on a little weight.
Is that number 60 for the Blue Devils? Alan White, sophomore defensive lineman, 6'2", 255 in. Number 57, Tyler Cruz, a senior linebacker, 6'1", 205 is in. Good to see those guys getting some reps tonight. Wheeler takes the snap. He's in pass. There's Barack Willis. Man, that defense is flying around.
They're swarming.
That young defense, and the coaches over there are getting so excited. That last play picked up a Valley Cub first down. Pressure by Barack Willis on the quarterback. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the ball game. Number 16, Wheeler for the Valley Cubs, comes back from the sideline with his play. Ball's to be on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Looks like they're passing. They're double-teaming Barack, triple-teaming Barack. Great play by Lou Bearden. Lou Bearden's all over the
He's
field,
all over
Brett.
the field.
I don't know if you noticed that. 3 linemen blocking Barack Willis. 3.
And they may need to throw a coach in, too, if they want to slow him down.
But he fought through it. So that's going to happen during the season. They're going to start, but it opens up another player to be able to make a play.
And that's what good defensive linemen do. If they're not making the play themselves, they open up lanes for the rest of their defense to make it.
2nd and 8 for the Valley Cubs. Wheeler under center, takes a snap. Little trap play.
There's Barack.
Yep, Barack Willis on the tackle.
And at that defensive end, Coach Wiley used to talk about reading the screws. So you're going to look at the tackle that's in front of you, and then his first steps are going to determine your first steps. And then Barack made the proper read that took him right to the ball carrier and made the tackle.
Third and 2 for the Valley Cubs. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the ball game. Wheeler takes a snap, double reverse.
There it is again.
They give him a spot.
50,
Looks like.
Go ahead.
Yep, they gave him a spot for the first down.
57, Tyler Cruz in on the stop, as well as a host of other Blue Devils.
So 1st and 10. Brock needs to back up. He's offsides currently. There he goes. Number 44 in for the Blue Devils. Looks like that's Braxton Stanzio, a freshman linebacker, 6', 152.
Looks like we had number 35 come in too.
Wheeler with the ball. Pass is complete. Ooh, incomplete. Through the hands.
39, Ashton Purdue also in the ball game.
Jeffrey Beeson for the Valley Cubs. Intended receiver. Ray Prater, number 35, sophomore defensive back, 5'6", 108 pounds in the ball game. Good to see those guys playing. Cole Wheeler, the quarterback for the Valley Cubs. 2nd and 10. Direct snap to the H-back. Good disciplined defense.
Again. 57, Tyler Cruz in on the stop for the Blue Devils. Made the right read and made the football play.
Stayed at home, made a great tackle for the Blue Devils. We're under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 46 seconds left in the ball game. Barack Willis is coming out of the ball game. Goes over to the sideline, talks to Coach Grimes. Wheeler under center. Takes the snap. Toss to the right. He breaks away. Hard running by number 20, Elijah Hunter. That play picked up a Valley Cub first down.
Elijah Hunter's been running hard for the Valley Cubs the entire football game. These young men for the Moody Blue Devils, they're still swarming, trying to be in the right place at the right time to make the football play.
The clock has started. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the ball game. Moody leading 42-7. I expect them to try to maybe throw a long pass here. Hands off. He's met by number 57.
Again.
Great pursuit by that young defensive line.
Tyler Cruz, 57, and on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Brett, this helps those guys later in the year when we need them.
Sure
to
does.
Get some experience.
And sometimes a couple years into the future as well.
Number 71 for the Blue Devils, Ethan Evans, a freshman defensive lineman, 5'8", 202 pounds, just checked in from Moody. 19 seconds. This will be probably the last play. 10 seconds. 7. Gets the play off. He's looking to throw. He's wide open.
It's number
0. He broke a tackle.
Oh,
did
good
not
stop
get
by
in.
the Blue Devils. I didn't want to see them get another touchdown.
And that's the end of the ball game. Your final score: Moody Blue Devils 42, Alexandria 7. The coaches, Todd Ginn and Jake Gaines, meeting at midfield as they talk briefly. Players shaking hands. Another great win, region win for the Blue Devils, Brett. They're 1-0 in region play.
That's a great start.
Great start. Coaches are all meeting. Assistant coaches, both sides. Good sportsmanship. Great turnout for the Blue Devil Nation, making the way up I-20 in Alexandria to support the Blue Devils.
First win in Lou Scale Stadium since 2004 for your Moody Blue Devils.
That's right. So if we can get, Willie can get Jake real quick before he gets, let's go down to Willie.
Perfect.
First victory for this team in this stadium since 2004. Your thoughts?
Well, I hate to correct you, Willie, but it was 2005. It was 3-0. Mr. Saab kicked one through. I think it was that upright, but I've heard the story many a times. But no, it's good. You know, it's a tough place to play. They have great fans. They always do that. It's a great atmosphere here. A lot of tradition. I'm proud of our kids, the way we played and finished. You know, we still super sloppy, especially in the third quarter. I think we won that quarter 7-0. But overall, glad we got a lot of guys on the field. A lot of guys got to play, and I'm really happy for that.
Now, next week, Moody High School makes history. We play the first out-of-state team. What are your thoughts about that?
So, Coach Calhoun, he played at UAB. He's from Alex City. Coaches up there, Bishop McNamara. He reached out, and we were able to get this scheduled, and I'm really excited. They're a really, really good football team. If they won tonight, they'll be 3-0. They've got multiple Power 5 prospects. They've got a receiver, defensive end, a safety. They all have SEC offers, and it's going to be a really big challenge. It's going to be a fun night. You know, they won't bring as many fans, so we need as many of our people to show up as possible, pack the bill, and let's show them what it's like in the South.
Coach, 1-0 in the region. Congratulations on the win, and look forward to next week.
Yep, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Willie, let's see if we can get, after the team breaks, if you can get Marshall Tia Philo.
Okay. Yes, definitely.
He was probably just all around tonight.
Yeah.
And also, if you can get A.J. Madison, he had a big night.
Okay.
Well, it's him or Caleb Goff.
Actually, I think I'm going to try to grab AJ now.
AJ.
They may be having their team meeting.
Okay, I got AJ real quick before they. All right.
All right, go.
AJ, interception. Quite a few plays. Your thoughts about tonight's game?
We did what we had to do. We dominated. Like, I said we were going to do in the Coach Gannon show. And, that's not just me. That's all my teammates being in the right spot at the right time. And, we did what we had to do. And we went out there, we performed, and we showed everybody what Moody really about.
Well, you got it done tonight, big man. Congratulations to you and great playing. I'll step out of the way while they're having their team meeting.
Thank you, Willie. Brett, another solid performance by the Blue Devils tonight. Next week, as you heard Coach Gaines say, they're loaded with talent. I think 5 D1 offers, some to SEC schools. It's going to be a big challenge. It's a non-region game. Your thoughts on that? How do you look at this game? To be the best, you got to play the best.
That's true.
So the best is coming.
That's true.
From Maryland.
There's two ways to look at this. You can look at it one way and say, you know what? We're biding our time. We're playing our region games. We want to make sure everybody stays healthy, and you just come out and play this kind of like an exhibition. There's another way to look at it, thinking, hey, come December, we may be playing Ramsey. And Ramsey's got a couple Power 5 commits as well.
Good point.
So how are we going to go up against these teams with a whole lot of talent, a whole lot of strength, and a whole lot of depth? And so what you're probably going to get is some mixture of both, whether or not the coaching staff wants to admit it. But I'm looking forward to seeing our best guys playing against their best guys and get a little bit of experience playing against some extremely tough competition that's going to be playing at the next level, because that's who we're going to be playing deep into November and hopefully in December.
Be interested to see what the weather will be with those guys. If we have high humidity and some high temperatures, how will that affect them?
That's
because
true.
Coming from Maryland, I don't think they have the humidity as we have here in Alabama. So that would be very interesting as well. We'll take a quick break if we can, and we'll come back. We'll interview some more players. So stay with us. You're watching Moody Blue Devil Football on the 411 Network.
411 Nation. It's Coach Cam, owner of SF3 Performance, head strength coach here at Moody High School. There's no real reason for me to have a commercial unless I had a website where I sold hoodies. But other than that, I really wanted to take the time to say thank you to the city of Moody, everybody involved with our schools here in Moody, our principals, our coaches, our teachers, our athletes, our 411 kids, friends and family, literally the entire 411 Nation. Thank you.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to Lou Scale Stadium. Final score, Moody 42, Alexandria 7. We're waiting on some player interviews. We're going to try to get Marshall Tiafilo, interview him. He had a big night for the Blue Devils. If you're watching on YouTube, we ask you to subscribe to our channel. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in our first year. Also on Facebook, you can like us on Facebook. You can view us on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Roku TV. Appreciate you watching on the 411 Network. I want to give a shout out again to Eric Parsons, our producer engineer, who comes and sets things up and pretty much has everything ready for me, Brett, and Willie as we get here. We thank him for doing that. Thank Mackenzie Smith and Jonathan Woods, our camera people. Appreciate their support on a Friday night. Again, I thank my partner in crime, Brett, Staggs, and big man on the sideline, Willie, as he's trying to find Marshall. And he'll let me know. Let the camera guys know if you can find Willie, stay on him. He's looking for Marshall.
I have found the young fella.
All right.
Marshall, young fella, you were all over the field. Defense, offense, and special teams, and also got your first touchdown tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Great opportunity to play. We have the greatest coaching staff in the state, greatest players, and I'm just glad that Lure gave me the opportunity to play football and give me the athletic ability that I have.
That young fella is one of the best answers that I've heard.
Amen.
Congratulations to you, big man, and I believe you got many more touchdowns coming. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Willie. Brett, do we have any updates on any scores?
I've got a couple. I haven't been able to track down the Southside versus Lincoln game. So if you have that, last we heard was 16-8 Southside. If you got that, you can comment below. Looks like the final of the Etowah-Asheville game is, final of the Etowah-Asheville game is 42 Etowah, 6 Asheville. The final of the Leeds-Springville game is 23 Leeds and 7 Springville. And those are all the scores that I have right now. I'm trying to track down the rest of them.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Brett. We thank you again for joining us tonight on the 411 Network. We're about getting ready to sign off here as the band plays the alma mater. Again, we'll be at home next week. Bishop McNamara traveling from Maryland all the way down to Moody, Alabama at the Bill. Hope to have a big crowd. More from Watch the Coach, Jake Gainey Show next week. We'll give more updates on that. Again, on behalf of myself, Brett Staggs, Willie Strickland, and Eric Parsons, Mackenzie Smith, and Jonathan Woods, thank you for watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network. See you next week.
Great job, boys.